All right, man. Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. Look, man. Look, man. Look, man. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being here with me. I was a little under the weather. This is the 6 o'clock show. And I know it's going to come out late because I was in the bed. And yeah, so I'm releasing this. And yeah, sorry I'm late. But everything's still flowing. I was just down. But I'm back. Look, man. So today I'm gonna react to a song and do a deep dive on a song actually called Black of the Berry. Now I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've been wanting to do this song for a long time, but I think now is appropriate to do. So I'm going to get into that, but I got to get my legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, links is on the screen. Cash App, PayPal, in the description. They call me the Hidden Gem and the King of the North. Yes, I've been called the King of the North by myself, actually. But I've been called the King of the North. And that's what I'm going to be from now on. You know what I mean? Unless this crown doesn't fit my head anymore. This is it right here, everybody. I was looking for the right type of gear. You know what I mean? I got all this stuff all over the place. But this one suits me. And I think it looks nice. So, yeah. I forgot where I was at. But let me know where you're from. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. And they called me the Hidden Gem, by the way. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 11,000, then back up to 12,000 subscribers. That's right, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man. We're going to get into it. Sorry I was down. Sorry the 6 o'clock show ain't come out, but I'm going to get there. Trust me. All right, man. Look, man, this is going to be a good one. If y'all never heard this song is called Black of the Berry. It's by Kendrick Lamar. It's off to Pimp a Butterfly. This is actually the greatest song that he's ever done to me. And I actually think that this is in my top 10 greatest songs of all time. All songs of all time. This is probably number 10. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hovering around 10. But this is definitely in my top 10 songs of all time. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs ever, too. So let's get to it. Man, listen, man. Man, listen, man. Man, listen, man. That beat is stupid. Just the way it come in, right? See, the thing about instrumentals is some instrumentals are good and they kind of got to grow on you, but some instrumentals just basically grab you right away. And just the drums in this joint is so commanding and it cuts right through the eerie sample. That eerie sample, and it's like he jumped on it like, roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ready to go. Like, this is why, yo, I'm telling you, man, this is why Kendrick is the GOAT, bro. This is why right here, man. Oh my God, bro. Let's run that back. And you know, the crazy thing is, like, if y'all want to know what he's saying, obviously you got to read the lyrics, but I don't know if off the top of my head. But he's saying, everything black, I don't need black. I love black. I don't want black. I want it. It's like, and it's a reason why he's doing all this. And I'm gonna explain it once we get to the part, because it kind of connects to the beginning of this, and it's the reason why he's saying that. It makes perfect sense. A lot of people don't even recognize that part. They don't get it. But trust me when I tell you, you're going to understand exactly what he's saying on that part. Move this camera around a little bit because it seems like it's out of touch. I don't know what's going on here. Let's go. So 6 a.m, fire in the streets, burn, baby, burn. That kind of reminds me of the riots in LA. It gives me that feel, you know what I'm saying, of what he's talking about. I don't know if that's actually connected to that, but it also can be from that song 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. Y'all remember that song? It could also connect to that too. But that part right there, to me, when he's saying 6 a.m, fire in the street, it kind of reminds me of the Rodney King riots in LA. And sometimes I get off watching you die in vain. It's such a shame. They may call me crazy. They may say I suffer from schizophrenia or something, but oh, you may. So he says, sometimes it might be a shame, it might be a shame seeing you die in vain. But then he also says that it could be because he suffers from schizophrenia. Now, he's not talking about him. He's talking about the black culture. You know what I'm saying? Us killing each other, and we kind of get excited about it. But it's not that we get excited about it. It's actually in our psyche, and this causes us to, think crazy about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going. Let me run that back a little bit. And sometimes I get off watching you die in vain. It's such a shame. They may call me crazy. So he says, sometimes I get off watching you die in vain. It's such a shame. Some may call me crazy. But he's saying, no, it's not that I'm crazy. It's I was bred this way. They may say I suffer from schizophrenia or something, but oh, you made me. You black don't crack, my nigga. And also, too, when he says black don't crack, that also is basically saying that black people been through a lot. And when they mean by black don't crack, there's a couple of different meanings to that. It could also mean that we get older and we don't crack, you know what I'm saying? Because they always say black don't crack. And on top of that, it could mean black don't crack as if like we've been through so much and we still ain't broken. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. Okay, so when he said I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015, when you finish this, y'all gonna understand what he mean? That also connects back to the beginning of the song when he's saying everything black, I don't need black, I love black, all that stuff. Like he basically, if you read the lyrics in that part, he's basically going back and forth in his head about I love black, now I don't need black, now I want black, now I don't want black. Like he's basically saying he's a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is like he's unsure about it. You know what I'm saying? Certain things he's like on one side of it, then he's back on the other side about it. Then he's on one side of it, back on the other side about it. So let's keep going. This way since I was 16, came to my senses. You never liked this anyway, fuck your friendship, I meant it. I'm African American, I'm black as the moon. Heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Okay, so now he's saying basically like you never liked us anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a stand on what I believe. Yeah, I'm black. I'm black as the moon. And you can't change that. There's nothing you can say that's going to make me not be black. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Like, I don't care. Let's run it back a little bit. Let's go. Since I was 16, came to my senses. You never liked this anyway. Fuck your friendship, I meant it. So he's saying he been this way since 16. Now, I don't know if when he was 16 years old, or maybe before he was 16. I don't know if he was probably before he was 16 when the riots happened. You know what I'm saying? But he's basically saying like, fuck your friendship. I know exactly how you are. And we can imply that he may be talking about white people or whoever is the enemy in his eyes at the time. You know what I'm saying? So basically that's what he's saying. He realized this since he was 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Since he was 16, he realized this is the truth. And I'm going to stand on what I am. No matter, I can't be faking for you and anybody else.
I'm African American, I'm African, I'm black as the moon. Heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate.
He said he came from the bottom of mankind. And that means a lot because he basically is calling out the certain things that the undertones of America and American history when we came on slave ships. And it could also be meaning when you say came from the bottom, that could also mean he sailed on slave ships at the bottom of slave ships. And that was the bottom of mankind because it was people above him. You know what I'm saying? It was people that they thought was above them. It's white people, whoever, Spaniards or whoever it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he mean by that. He came from the bottom of mankind. His hair is nappy. His nose is big. His big dick is big. His nose is wide. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like saying we from Africa. I'm African American. I'm African. So basically, when he say he African American, he's also calling back to being African, coming to America, came from the bottom of mankind. His hair is nappy. His dick is big. His nose is wide. And he says, "I know you hate me, don't you?" You know what I'm saying? Like, because it also carries back to the beginning of the song when he says, what? Black of the berry. Can't be cracked. And that's why he say, I know you hate me.
Don't you? You hate my people. Black as the moon, heritage of a small village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you?
And he also said, part of my residence. So it could mean when they came to grab people, the slave owners came and grabbed the people to take them on the slave ships. He's saying part of my residence, like, look at how I'm living. I probably wasn't living as good back then. I probably wasn't living. So he's saying part of my residence, which is kind of like one of those things where I'll say that's such a genius thing to put in there. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he's kind of like saying like we were tricked into thinking that these people were our friends when they came to get us, and they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a reason why he's saying part of my residence, because when people come in into your home, unless there's another way he's using residence, but when people come into your home and your house ain't clean, you can say, well, yo, part of my residence, my crib. You know what I'm saying?
You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. Village, part of my residence. Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, my dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey.
Now, this part here is important because he says, I know you hate me, don't you? And that also calls back to the beginning of it when he's saying, you hate my culture. I mean, you hate that I can't be broken. You know what I'm saying? Because you did everything to break me and I still can't be broken. And he's saying, I know you hate my culture. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't give us this culture and we created it. And you're mad because y'all hate it because your sons and your daughters, they follow it. So I know you hate my culture. You know what I'm saying? I know you hate my culture.
My dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey.
Now, again, he says, you hate my culture. And he also proceeds to it's kind of like, it's such a genius way to do what he did in that part when he said, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. that is a very, very, very good bar. I mean, like almost one of the best bars I've ever heard in my life. Because if you break it down, right, he's basically saying, I'll acknowledge that you disrespect me, but you also have to acknowledge that I'm proud of what you saying I am. So if you want to give me that label, if you want to give me that name of being a monkey, I'm a fucking proud monkey. It's like when people say, oh, you want to call me a bitch? Well, I'm the best bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best nigga. That's what that's saying to me. And by far, that is one of the greatest bars ever penned to paper. You know what I'm saying? Because it just kind of puts everything in perspective when it comes to being called names by different ethnicities back in the day and now. Back in the day. So when someone calls you a monkey, he's saying, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You might call me a monkey, but guess what? I'm a proud one. You know what I'm saying? I got my together. I'm a proud monkey. So that right there was a shock to the system when I heard it. Let's keep it going.
My dick is big, my nose is round and wide. You hate me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You vandalize my perception, but can't take down from it. And this is more.
See what I mean? So he says, recognize I'm a proud monkey. You vandalize my perception. That also calls back to the beginning of the song, being a hypocrite because you're confused. You vandalize my perception, but you can't take the style from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still going. Now he's also going into saying, yeah, I'm a proud monkey and I'm also a fly motherfucking monkey too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to walk in there looking the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look like Caesar. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in like Caesar from Planet of the Apes. And that's another thing too. This song reminds me of Planet of the Apes. It kind of gives me the feel of that. This song could kind of fit right in to that movie. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't go right with the movie because people would be outraged if they played this. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll say, oh, you're talking about black people. But I don't know. That's what, if it connects to what he's saying about the proud monkey thing. Let's go.
Me, don't you? You hate my people, your plan is to terminate my culture. You're fucking evil, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You vandalize my perception, but can't take down from it. And this is more than confession. I mean, I might press the button just so you know my discretion.
He said, this is more than confession. I might press the button. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is more than confession. I'm going to tell you everything and more. Because I might press the button on this. I'm going to blow everything up.
Fucking evil, I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey. You vandalize my perception, but can't take down from it. And this is more than confession. I mean, I might press the button just so you know my discretion. I'm caught in my feelings, I know that you feel it. You sabotage my.
And he said he might press a button so you'll know my discretion. I'm guarding my feelings, and I know you can feel it. That's a super double entendre. Because you're basically saying, like, I'm guarding my feelings from you, and I know you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Two different type of feels, a feeling and a feeling. You know what I'm saying? A feel and a feeling. You know what I'm saying? But he also is talking about the same feel, because if I'm guarding my feelings and I know you can feel it, that I'm guarding my feelings, that's a double entendre. That's a crazy one too.
Unity making the killing, but can't take down from it. And this is more than confession. I mean, I might press the button just so you know my discretion. I'm caught in my feelings, I know that you feel it. You sabotage my community, making the killing. You made me a killer, emancipation of a real nigga.
So he says, you basically destroyed our community. You know what I'm saying? And this is my emancipation. I'm out of here. I'm leaving this whole thing. I'm moving past it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of it. Emancipation of a real nigga.
I said
So he's saying the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. Black of the berry, sweeter the juice. But he ain't like when he's saying like sweeter the juice, he's basically saying I got juice. And when he says the bigger I shoot, he's basically saying like I feel like I'm about to kill something. And I got the juice. Just like from Bishop and Juice, I got the juice. And the bigger I shoot. And it gives you a feel. Back of the berry, the sweeter the juice. So you squeeze the juice. So you squeeze and the bigger I shoot. Boom. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Very crazy. But let's keep it going.
Money for pain, can be black. I'm on a set of put me in a chain, can be black. I'm a now, me gold chain full of rocks. And you don't see the whip, left scar for me back. But now we have a big whip back from the black. Oh, them a see we doom from the start, can be black.
And it also connects back, the hook connects to the beginning of the song. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying like, he basically saying all these black giving different things, different versions of black. You know what I'm saying? Very dope. Let's go.
Remember this, every race start from the black. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest.
And that's another thing too. He said, remember this. Everything started from the black. Just remember that. Like, so he's telling whoever out there, everything started from us, from black people, from the black, from the soil, from the dirt. Everything started from the black. Just remember that.
Hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. I mean, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me.
So he says, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. Basically saying like, it doesn't matter, y'all okay with us killing each other. Y'all okay with us doing all these things because I'm irrelevant to society. Like society doesn't care about the black man, you know what I'm saying? In particular, the black man, especially the black man. That's what he's saying. Now, I don't know if he's speaking from 2015 or he's speaking from when he was 16. Because you remember he said, I've been this way since I was 16. So maybe he's saying he's been this way since he was 16. And maybe he's saying now he's irrelevant to society back in 2015. So I don't know if he's speaking from the past tense, saying this about us when we back in the day, or if he's speaking in 2015, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. So let's keep it going.
Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. I mean, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till.
Now that's important. It's what he said. The reason why he's saying he's irrelevant to society, because you're saying only the penitentiary wants me. Because society is out here. Jail systems are filled with a lot of black men. So this is why he's saying it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society because what you're telling me is the penitentiary is only going to hire me. They're the only ones that want me for this position is to be locked up.
In 2015, once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. I mean, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake.
So he says, curse me when I'm dead. So basically saying like, our genes are been passed down from generation to generation and we've been cursed. So we have this gene that it's kind of like, and this is facts, right? Black people got to understand, right? I don't want to go on a tangent, but I'm just going to explain how it is a little bit, just a little bit. You got to understand, right? See, in Africa, there's different countries in Africa, different tribes of people. When you have black people coming from Nigeria, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Egypt, you know what I'm saying? Liberia, Kenya, and then they come to America and then they integrate, right? It sounds kind of crazy. I know it's going to sound crazy, but just follow me on this. Even though we're all black, we're interbreeding and we're mixed breeding with other black ethnicities, right? Because everybody doesn't look the same, which means that everybody's generational bloodline is different. For example, the pygmies don't look like me. They're black, but they don't look like me. So when people say, well, how can you say that we're black people are intermixing or whatever? Think about it. If I had a child with a pygmy, what do you think is going to happen? Then you got some people who are really tall in Africa. I believe there's over there in the Congo. They're really tall. So that's what they call mixed breeding. So when you got people in America, we don't really know where we're from. We have to use ancestry.com and all that stuff to trace our lineage back to where we're from. But if we're having babies with each other and we're all from different tribes, what do you think is going to happen to us mentally? I mean, the features will look different. So if our features look different, our brain is going to come out a certain way. Now, I'm not saying that we all are coming out crazy, but I am going to say that when you mix dogs, and I don't want to compare black people to dogs, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Let's say I used to breed dogs, and when you breed a certain breed of dog, if you breed them too close to certain breeds, they will be crazy. But you can kind of breed out the how would I say this? You could kind of breed out their aggressiveness. Cause I had some pit bulls that was not aggressive. I got them from my owner, and he said the mother and father were good dogs. They wasn't wild. They wasn't over the top. And he breeded them out. And every one of his dogs was docile. But then you have some people who breed dogs and they feed them certain things and they make them crazy and they pass down that gene. This is what Kendrick is talking about. Curse me when I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to my next lifetime, because it's always going to come around. But let's keep going.
This witnesses will contagious what I mean. I mean, it's evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'm a be just another slave in my head. Institutional.
Curse me until I'm dead. Now, I thought that he said curse me when I first heard the song. And now I'm listening to it. He said curse me until I'm dead, not curse me when I'm dead. So that kind of changes the whole dynamic of that whole definition that I just said. Now it's just a whole rant for no reason. But even though it still stands, because that still does happen. But curse me until I'm dead. So basically he's saying, like, you putting this curse on me as me being a danger to society all this time and all the way until I'm dead. You can't even give me good luck. It's like everywhere I go, I'm being looked at funny. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's keep it going.
Relevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'm a be just another slave in my head.
And that's another thing too. Church me with your fake prophesizings and saying that I'm just gonna be another slave in my head. So basically saying, like, I'm always gonna have this victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I speak on a lot. That we have to get out of this victim mentality. We have to get past it. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying exactly what that is. It's on, like, they make us feel like we can't get past nothing. Curse me till I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like with your fake prophesizing that I'm just going to keep being a slave in my head. And then he goes into, I believe, institutionalized manipulation and lies. Like, that's what it is. Because you start to think that you've been locked up all your life. You get out of jail and there's nothing out there for you. You have to go back to jail to understand why, you know what I'm saying, how life is. Because you've been locked up for 20 years. You come out, you not Society has moved on. Just imagine if you was locked up since 1980 and you came out. Excuse me, I know I got a cold, but I'm gonna keep it going. It said you came out in 1980, right? 1980, and you was in jail for 30 years, and you came out. You know how much you missed? Do you know how much society has passed you by? You was in jail before the iPhone, before cell phones was a big deal. Social media, you have to learn how to live all over again. You don't even know how to live. You don't have no clue of how to live. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going. Let's go.
Evident that I'm irrelevant to society. That's what you're telling me. Penitentiary would only hire me. Curse me till I'm dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'ma be just another slave in my head. Institutional lies, manipulation and lies. Reciprocation of freedom only live in your eyes.
So he said manipulation and lies. Like basically saying like you made me institutionalized. I don't really know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing else. And freedom only lives in your eyes. Because to me, you making me feel like I can't be free. So it only lives in your eyes. You only see it. I don't. Let's go.
Dead. Church me with your fake prophesizing that I'ma be just another slave in my head. Institutional lies, manipulation and lies. Reciprocation of freedom only live in your eyes. You hate me, don't you?
Saying like reciprocation of freedom, basically saying like, you're not going to give it back to me because you the only one that care about it. I can't be free. You're not going to let me be free. Not at all. You're not going to let me be free. Not at all.
I know you hate me just as much as you hate yourself. Jealous of my wisdom and cards I dealt. Watching me as I pull.
And that also calls back to the beginning of what he was saying. I know you hate me, don't you? Because the cards I was dealt, I could still navigate and maneuver through. And you can't understand why and how the hell am I still doing this? You can't understand it. And he also saying that you hate yourself because you don't know how to do it. How is it that you are doing all these things and I'm doing these things to hold you down and you a proud monkey, you got style, and all the cards you were dealt, you saw all of you still winning. How is that? I don't get it. And that's what he's saying.
Fill up my tank, then pill out. Muscle cars like pull up in your eyes. You hate me, don't you? I know you hate me just as much as you hate yourself. Jealous of my wisdom and cards I dealt. Watching me as I pull up. Fill up my tank, then pill out.
So he basically saying like, you can't stand the fact that you took everything from me and I still pull up in a whip, a crazy whip, and fill my tank up. And that's another double entendre because he's saying like, you think I'm broke and I fill my tank up and I'm laughing at you, watch me peel out. Cause you like, damn, how is it that I took everything from you and you still succeeding? How? Why? It's crazy.
Cars like pull up, show you what these big wheels bout. Black and successful, this black man meant to be special. Cat scans on my radar, bitch, how can I help you? How can I?
Black man meant to be special. You know what I'm saying? Like cat scans on my radar, bitch, how can I help you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pull up in that, these big wheels, you know what I'm saying? Muscle cars like pull-ups. Like these muscle cars, you don't understand because you ain't the only one that be having these muscle cars. Also, we do too. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what he's getting at with that bar.
My tank, they pill out. Muscle cars like pull up. Show you what these big wheels bout. Black and successful. This black man meant to be special. Cat scans on my radar, bitch, how can I help you?
Black man meant to be special. Let's keep it going.
How can I tell you I'm making a killing? You made me a killer. Emancipation of a real nigga.
So he says another double entendre. How can I tell you? You made me a killer. So he says cat scans basically saying that you can look inside of me. You can look inside of my brain, because I believe that's what a CAT scan is. I believe that's what a CAT scan is. That's what that is. Internal images of the body. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
The sweeter the juice, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the blacker the berry.
I saw them treat me like a slave, can be black. Oh, if you feel one heap of pain, can be black. I'm a
Now, obviously the hook goes together. Now I have to keep stopping it because of copyright claims. And also too, I'm trying to put the horn over it. So this way, if I play it too long, they'll get me on copyright and I won't be able to share it at all. So I gotta keep doing that. So let's go.
I said them put me in a chain, can be black. I'm a cha now. Me gold chain full of rocks. And you know see the whip, left scar, can be back.
Yeah, I think a lot of people when it comes to this album right here, a lot of people don't understand how far ahead this album was. If he was to drop this today, it'll still be 10 years ahead of its time. If he was to drop this album 10 years from now, it'll still be 10 years ahead of its time. This album, to me, this is the greatest rap album ever to me. That's just the bottom line. It's the greatest rap album ever. But also, too, about this album, that I think that a lot of rappers could never reach this pinnacle. This is the album that when anybody ever says anything about Kendrick Lamar, I always will pull this out and say he doesn't have a. It's a standard to say, well, he don't have a pimp a butterfly. It used to be Nas Illmatic, but for me now, it's the pimp a butterfly. You don't have that. Let's keep it going.
But now we have a big whip back from the block. Oh, them a say we doom from the start, can we black. But remember this, every race start from the block. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree.
So he's basically going back to the beginning of the song saying, I'm the biggest hypocrite since 2015. If you listening, by the end of this, I'm sure you're going to agree. So he's setting you up for a surprise because if you listen to what he's saying, he's going against the establishment in the first two verses of the song. So let's see where he go with it after this.
It's bigger than me. And shit,
Remember this, every race start from the block. Just remember that.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's cynicism. It's grimy little justification.
This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's basically saying like, it's generational hatred between us. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all these other artists. It's bigger than the black community. This is generational hatred. And it goes back to what I was saying about Africa. Not necessarily connected, but there are African tribes who war with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they hate each other. To this day, I work with these two guys, and they couldn't put them on the same floor because their tribes had warred with each other, and they couldn't work together. They wouldn't let them work together.
Biggest hypocrite in 2015. When I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. This plot is bigger than me. It's generational hatred. It's cynicism.
It's generational hatred. It's geneticism. Let's keep it going.
Grimy little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan.
He says, I'm African American. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. That's actually a really good double entendre because we all know that Aryans are white, but they have black hearts. Obviously, they don't have black hearts, but you know what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying I'm cold-hearted, I'm black-hearted as an Aryan, but Aryans are white. So that's a crazy double.
I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my French. Is grimy little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my
I'm black as the name Tyrone and Darius. Tyrone and Darius. So he basically saying, yo, that's crazy. So he's saying he's black as the names of Tyrone and Darius. Because Tyrone is one of those names that they say, you know, you see in a movie and it's always a black guy, his always name is Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? And even with Erykah Badu, her song, You Better Call Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that name is so common in black culture. Tyrone, Darius, Keith. And then you got the Ishas. Aisha, Keisha, Maliqua, the us, all the us. How many? Listen, what's your name? What's your name? Do your name have the us and Ishas at the end, ladies? You know what I'm saying? And any of y'all here named Tyrone? Or what's another common black name? Kev. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what I mean. Sean. You know what I mean. It's funny. Let's keep it going.
The cynicism is grimy, little justification. I'm African American. I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me.
Fuck you and fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. That's as blunt as it gets. Fuck you and fuck y'all. It's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? It's crazy. Let's keep it going.
I'm African. I'm black as the heart of a fucking Aryan. I'm black as the name of Tyrone and Darius. Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can.
Oh my God, this song is so good. So he's saying, I know you hate me, don't you? I could tell because your ways is deceitful. You know what I'm saying? I could tell that when I see you, I know you hate my people because I could tell that you're just a deceitful person. I could see right through you. Let's keep it going. Run that back a little bit. Let's keep it going.
Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can tell.
He said, I could tell. So he basically saying, like, I could tell you hate me because you looking at me. I could tell you hate me. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you hate my people too because we might be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's go.
Excuse my French, but fuck you, no fuck y'all. That's as blunt as it gets. I know you hate me, don't you? You hate my people. I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can tell because you in love with the desert eagle. Thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him.
Oh, shit. So look, here's where it switches. And this is where the whole song comes back to him saying hypocrite. Because I believe that this song probably was called Hypocrite. But I think Black of the Berry was a better name. You know what I'm saying? But Hypocrite. So it kind of switches now. He says, I know you in love with that desert eagle. You get it when he get a chain, you go and bleed him. So he basically saying, like, now he's talking about the other side of the argument, not the side that y'all think he was talking about. Not the other side he was talking about in the beginning. Now he's talking about us. Now he's talking about the hatred we have for each other. And it all ties back to the generational hatred thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're kind of confused in the head a little bit. It all ties back to that. And this is what he's saying. Perfect way of putting it. Unbelievable. Let's go.
You hate my people, I can tell cause it's threats when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can tell because you in love with the desert eagle. Thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him. It's funny how
Thinking maliciously, get a chain, you gonna bleed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it comes from the whole point of him making that reference and everything is because we've been taught this by the other side. And now we're using it on each other. That's basically what he's saying.
I might go to war when I see you. I can tell cause your waist deceitful. No, I can tell because you in love with the desert eagle. Thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him. It's funny how Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that want to build and destroy.
You see what I mean? Now, it ties back to what I was talking about Africa earlier. These tribes go to war. You know what I'm saying? And it's in our genes that way too. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that we all go to war with each other, but sometimes it's very difficult to separate ourselves from that, and we don't know why. So let's keep it going.
Cause you in love with the desert eagle, thinking maliciously, he get a chain, then you gon' bleed him. It's funny how Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that want to build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing.
It reminds me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Basically saying like Zulu and Dosa go to war, and it reminds me of these Compton Crip gangs and these Bloods or whoever, they go into war with each other. It's no different. You know what I'm saying? Territorial wars, tribes wars is no different. That's why he connected the two. And it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Let's go.
Get a chain, then you gon' bleed them. It's funny how Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that want to build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with Pyrus, only death settled the score.
Oh my God. So basically saying if you beefing, only death settles the score. So it doesn't matter if listen, I need a body. I need a body. You know what I'm saying? We need a body. Fuck all other stuff. Fuck the peace talks. No, the peace talk is only thing that's gonna settle the scores if one of y'all get deleted. That's it. That's it. Let's keep it going. Oh my God.
Zulu and Dosa might go to war. Two tribal armies that want to build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with Pyrus, only death settled the score. So no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers or tell.
No matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers. It's crazy. Let's keep it going. Oh man, I ran it back too far.
That want to build and destroy. Remind me of these Compton Crip gangs that live next door. Beefing with Pyrus, only death settled the score. So no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers or tell Georgia State Marcus Garvey got all the answers or try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day or
try to celebrate February. You know that's Black History Month. Try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day. It's Black History Month. It makes a lot of sense for him to bring that up in this. And he says, no matter how much he preach at these colleges about Black historical figures, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And it all connects back to what he said about the Zulu and Dosa, and it kind of connects all the way to the Bloods and the Crips. You know what I'm saying?
Watermelon chicken and Kool-Aid on wheat. No matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers or tell Georgia State Marcus Garvey got all the answers or try to celebrate February like it's my B-Day or eat watermelon chicken and Kool-Aid on weekdays.
It's all, remember, he's saying everything that's stereotypical about Black people and why people feel the way they feel about Black people and why Black people feel the way they feel. So he's saying no matter what he does, he could do all these things. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying he can do.
Jump high enough to get Michael Jordan endorsements or watch BET cause urban support is important. So why did I weep when Trayvon Martin was in the street? When gang banging make me kill a nigga blacker than me? Hypocrite.
Oh my God. There's so much to unpack. So he's saying, why did he weep when Trayvon Martin was in the streets? When gang banging make me kill a nigga blacker than me. So basically he's saying, we all hypocrites. We hypocrites because We're talking about Zimmerman and what happened to Trayvon Martin, but we still going out killing each other. We're still going out in Chicago and deleting each other. But we always talking about racial injustice, and we always talking about how we are being held down by the man. That whole song was a preview all the way up to the end of the song to let y'all know that we learned from our captors, you know what I'm saying, to become just as savage as some of them. It's no different now. We haven't learned anything different. And this is what he's saying when he say hypocrite. Like, you can't say that I care about the black culture and I care about black people being assaulted or killed when you got things that's happening in the black community that we just turn a blind eye to. And that's why he says we all hypocrites. And the way the song was presented, it made you believe that he was talking about white people the whole time until you get to the end and he lets you know that, no, we all hypocrites. Not just white people. It's us too. And we need to fix that. And it's just crazy. Yeah, man. That song was magnificent. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I think that that's one of the greatest songs ever penned to paper. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of rappers couldn't even achieve that. They could never get to that pinnacle of that. Just the feel of the song. I mean, you got some rappers that could, lyrically get there, maybe. Who knows? But Kendrick Lamar always, to me, he's a perfect storm. That's exactly what it is with Kendrick. He always comes in with certain things that just makes him a perfect storm. And this song here, it just proves to me how good he really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in 2015, and to me, I could listen to it like it's nothing. It's excellent. Put together excellent. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what it is, man. All right, man, I'm out of here. Y'all. Peace. 8 o'clock show coming up.